Hello everyone! Welcome to Reclamation, Reclaim the World. This is episode 39 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java, and in this episode we're going to be building the SPS. So, the SPS is what we're going to need to make antimatter pellets. SPS stands for Supercritical Phase Shifter. Now, making the blocks for the SPS is extremely taxing. I had to unconnect my polonium output and reconnect the pellets because I didn't have enough and I had to let it run. Luckily, because we're avoiding the energy from the turbine, so I was able to crank it up some. I had to do a little bit of editing, however, for our actual fuel gen because our fuel was going down. So what you're going to need is 8 SPS ports. You're going to need 6 supercharged coils. You're going to need 1 ultimate chemical tank. You're going to need 1 radioactive waste barrel. You're going to need 60 SPS casings. And you're going to need a stack of 64 and then a stack of 54 structural glass. So the SPS casings are very expensive to make. Each one requires 4 polonium pellets and 1 plutonium pellet. And 4 HDPE sheets. The HDPE sheets, as you know, are made in the enrichment chamber with your HDPE pellets that you're getting. You should have tons of them, so it's not a problem. The SPS port is 4 SPS casings and 1 ultimate control circuit, and you're going to need 8 of them. Okay? This one's not stacking because it has energy in it. Because I already built it and then I took it apart because I wanted to make sure I had all the parts so you guys would know what the list is. The supercharged coil, you need 6 of those. So you're going to need a laser. So 6 lasers. You're going to need more polonium pellets. Each one requires 2 ultimate control circuits and some copper. Okay? So you have to make 6 of those. The structural glass is just glass, any type of glass, and steel ingots around it. So, yeah, it's kind of pricey, and I had to, like I said, I had to do some finagling. So we do have, you know, quite a few of these now, but our polonium actual creation for the polonium is not so stellar because I had to reroute it for a while. Okay, so you're gonna need a pretty decent sized area to build this thing, and you need to make sure that you have the power already set up for the bottom. That's why we have power in this one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start. So you're going to start with the port. Okay? And then from the port, you're going to go like this. And then like this. And like this. And like this. And then you're going to get your SPS casing. And you're going to do that. So it should look like that for that end, right? Then you're going to come to the other end. And you're going to do that. And you're going to do this. Like that. And then you're going to go like this. And then you're going to put these down. Just like that. So this is what it should look like. Okay, it should look like a plus with the port in the center. And then of course you're going to put your supercharged coil right there. Okay? Alrighty. So let's get on with this. So to start building upwards, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then cap it off. Just like that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Darn it. Darn it. There. Anyway, cap it off. And then you're going to put a block right there and a block right here. Just like that. And then you're going to put the glass right there and the glass right there. And then you're going to put another block right here and another block right here and 3 blocks right there and 3 blocks right there. So that's what it should look like on the side. And then you're going to put your port and your coil. Okay? So let's go ahead and get these other sides done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Jump up there. Skip 1 and then do this. And then 1, 2, 3. And then once you get way up here, then you're going to go 1, 2, put 1 right here, 3, just like that. Jump down, come over here, put 1 right there, put 1 right there, put 1 right there. Fill this in like that. Fill this in right here, and then put right there. And that's what it should look like. Get your port, put your port in, put your coil, and now we're going to do this side. And then you're going to do that, skip 1, do that, put 1 right there, bring it across, and then 1 more. And then once you're at this point, you're going to put that. Actually, you know what? We should do this instead. Let's put this right here first. And then we put this and that. And then we put this one here. And then we put that one right there. Drop down. We put 1 right here. Right here. Bring it down. Just like that. And then you're going to put your port in the center. Right there. With your coil. And okay, now we're going to do this last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, skip 1. Bring it over like that. And then up again. So that's going to be a problem. Hold up. That's going to be a problem. So put this guy here like that. And yeah, it's going to be an issue. So we'll have to do it down here. Like that. And then put 1 right here. And then come over here and put 1 right there. And then 1 right there. And then 1 right there. Put the glass in. Just like that. Oh, actually, you know what? I think yeah, we forgot to put the, we forgot to put that in real quick. Hold up. So you're going to put the blocks right there. Because I forgot. And then put this back there. That's what it should look like. And then you're going to put your SPS port right there. And you're going to put another coil. Now we got to do the top. Okay. So just go ahead and run this all the way across like that, except for this block. Because that is going to be a port with this. And go ahead and knock this out in the front right here, because you don't want the multi-block to create while you're in it. That would probably not be good. So we're going to put this right there, and then this right here. And then we're going to take our leftover SPS casing, and we're going to come up here and go boink, and put one right here, boink. Put one right here, boink, and put one right here, boink. Okay, all right. So now that we have that, we need to make some decisions. So we have 2 ports left. We need a port for input and we need a port for output. We're going to be inputting polonium and we're going to be outputting antimatter. So I was thinking we could have the output right here and have kind of a little workstation right here. So let's do that. And then we need the configurator. And we got to set this to output. And then this is going to be an input. We're going to put it right there. That's where our polonium is going to come in at. Like that. And look, we got the red sparklies and our thing is created. It is idle because it doesn't have any fuel or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this waste barrel right here. And this is where our polonium input is going to be. And then right here, we're going to have our ultimate chemical tank. And this is where our antimatter is going to come out. Okay. So we need that. And we need to configure it to pull. And that's output. And it's going to bring out antimatter. And this will allow us to plug in our machines. So there's a couple of machines that use antimatter. The chemical crystallizer, which is going to give you your actual antimatter. Let's see. So it will give you your antimatter pellets, which is part of the quest. And then the other machine is this antiprotonic nuclear synthesizer. So the antiprotonic nuclear synthesizer is kind of pricey to make. We have to have 2 antimatter pellets before we can actually create it. The rest of the stuff is fine, but the antimatter pellets are the big thing. So what this thing can do is it can turn skeleton skulls into wither skeleton skulls. It can turn gray wool, light gray wool, into blocks of quartz. Nether star into a heart of the sea. Red wool into redstone. Tin and iron, a beacon into an end crystal. Coal into diamonds. Beds into a respawn anchor. Diamonds and emeralds, golden apple into enchanted golden apple. Any flower into a chorus flower. Obsidian into crying obsidian. Yellow wool into glowstone. A bow into a crossbow. Diamond sword into a trident. Leather into phantom membrane. An egg into a dragon egg. Any chest into an ender chest. Flower pot into a nautilus shell, and blue wool into lapis. So those are the fine uses for those. I can already see the quests asking us to do some of this stuff. So, and we haven't even gotten to it yet. But we are going to need that, so we're going to make it. So we're going to need at least 3 antimatter pellets 2 for the machine, and then, well, actually, no, we just need the 2, don't we? Just need the 2. So we're gonna have the machines come out right here. So it's gonna be like tubing, and then we'll have a machine here and a machine there. So we'll have just like kind of this little area right here for crafting. All right, so we're also going to need to bring this in. This is our polonium. And we're going to have to bring it from here. So the output's going to be on the top, of course. I'm not sure how much polonium this is going to take. So this is going to be the last thing we hook up, I think. So now we're going to need to get our FE going. I don't know how much cabling it's going to require. So we have to hook all of these up to power. Our power is going to go into bad levels once we get this hooked up. So we're going to have to take the power gen or the power trash can off the turbine and rehook it back up to the actual power, which we should probably start getting that ready. This is gonna take a ton of power, guys. Like tons of power. Get up here. We're gonna feed it into that. Bring that over. That, like that, and like that. So we haven't connected it up yet. We will. But we got the preliminaries, right? The preliminaries. Because when I remove that trash can. Okay. Alright, so we gotta cook up the bottom or the top. We gotta hook up the top and then we'll hook up the bottom. So I need to get up here. So we're gonna bring this guy this way. And bring him up. Just like that. That should be good. Alright. We'll pick this up. Pick this up. And then we'll come around the back. And we'll hook that up. So we have a line right here that we can tap for power. So we'll just bring this over like this. And configure this up. And up it goes to that. that. So everybody's got power. Now it's not going to do anything because it doesn't have any polonium yet, but we'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. All in good time. So now we need to work on our gases. So we're going to have to bring the polonium over. I don't know how long we're going to run this, but we'll give it a shot, right? So the polonium's got to come in right here. And then we want him to come up. So we're going to go straight up into the air. We don't want that to happen, please. And we're going to go straight up in the air. And then right about there. So we're going to need to go up. Go get some. Of course. I'll run and get some real quick. These Endermen are getting on my last nerve. There's so many of them. It's like you clean them out and they just come right back. Actually, I have some. I don't have to make more. I was going to make more, but I don't need to. I do not need to. All right, we got to get back up there. Oh, too far. And let's bring this up so I can see. Oh, there it goes. So we are producing right now. I have no idea how much the polonium is going to hold, but if it runs out, it runs out. So we are making right now. And my power probably just went into the literal crapper. So let's go ahead and hook this up. Let's destroy this and do that. And we gotta watch and see if it builds up. Which I don't think it's going to. I think we're probably using just about every bit of power we have. Oh, I can't reach that. So if you look, it'll show you how fast it's processing. It can't go in the chemical tank? We're gonna hold up. Oh, top. We want the top to be input. None. Alright. So we're now building antimatter. Pretty awesome, right? Is this building up? No. I gotta check over here just a second. I gotta see what my fissile field's looking like. Yeah, we're still dropping. We are still dropping. Let's go look at this and see what this is looking like. This is full, these are full, that's full. We're starting to collect in here. So we could probably increase the output on this. So we're at 10, so let's do an ejection rate 12 and see how that goes. We need to check machines. Make sure everyone's got power. Are we struggling? Anybody struggling? Looks like it's doing okay. We're slowly building up antimatter. This has not got an excess, so that's good. Things are looking alright. And come up here and see how much we've drained from this. Yeah, this is actually going down quite a bit. Okay. It's not forever, okay? We will run out of polonium eventually. You got to be careful with this stuff because you run out of polonium and suddenly you're going to have tons of power generation. Okay, let's make this crystallizer real quick. So it's going to require some refined obsidian ingots, some fluorite. So I need 2 fluorite. So 2 fluorite, and we need to make this stuff up here. I didn't make all the machines. I made some of the machines. So we're going to need... We're going to need an osmium compressor. So that's jello and advanced control circuits, 2 buckets. And steel casing. Get that compressor going. Osmium compressor. So make these 2 buckets. And there's our compressor. We'll put the compressor right here. So what the compressor does is it uses osmium, and then you take this obsidian, not obsidian dust, enriched obsidian. So let me show you. You can get this osmium compressor. So you get the refined obsidian dust, right? And you compress it with the osmium. So refined obsidian dust, we've already made some. So, but in case you don't remember, you take this, you take some diamonds. Take that out. Get that smelting. Oh, this still got stuff in it. Okay. So stick this in here and then I gotta run down here and check this thing. I do not want a nuclear meltdown. That would be so not good. We're doing okay. It's still working. We have 54 antimatter. The polonium is absolutely gone. So that's all the polonium we have. As you can see, it's steadily going down. I don't know how long we have. You done? Oh, still a bit more to go. Okay. So put this up. So how this thing works is you put the refined obsidian in there, and then the obsidian, or refined obsidian, and then the osmium ingots, and it's going to produce the ingots. See that? Okay. We're just going to let that work. I can put upgrades on it, but I'm really concerned about this thing. I've got to keep an eye on it. Looks like it's doing somewhat okay. I mean, the polonium is dropping. We have 67 antimatter so far. The problem is the power is going to drastically shoot up the minute that finishes. So I got to be careful. Because I don't feel like having a bad day today. So that'll speed it up. And go ahead and take these, and we're gonna make our crystallizer. Oh, we need 2 ultimates. 2 ultimates. Okay. No, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, we got the crystallizer now. That's what we needed. So come down here, take a look at this. Look at the polonium. I mean, because we are producing polonium, okay? I'm not producing the pellets anymore. So it might be okay. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so this thing, I think it requires power, but I'm not sure. Do you require power? Yeah, you do. Okay, so we got to get the power. I'm not sure where our power is in relationship to this thing. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, power. Put that on there. We got power, which is awesome. And put this right. Oh, I don't want that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Right there, and right there, and right there. Okay, cool. Alright, so we want to take... Oh, these are all FE. I need some gas tubes. So we're going to... Okay. Bring it over like that. And we're going to tell it to output this thing is going to gases. So the back is going to be input. So there's our antimatter. We don't even have enough to make one, it looks like. So how do I make this? Does I have to have, no, it just automatically makes it. Keep an eye on it. I don't know at what point it's going to kick on. I don't know how much it needs to make one pellet. One pellet. I guess it takes 1,000 millibuckets, so it's going to be a lot. So it's going to take a while. It is going to take a while. I don't think we're actually draining. Let's go up here and look. Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, so let's go ahead and increase the output on the fission reactor. So we're at 10. So let's go up to 14. And let's take a look and see how much we're burning. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah. I upgraded the coal farm for it to higher blocks. I put these Teridium farmland. Wasn't that hard to get, so that should increase how much we're outputting. Let's go look and see what the battery looks like now. Nah, we're still humped, dude. Want to go too far above. It says the max burn rate is 30. We'll set it at 15 and leave it. That's half of the top end. And this thing, we'll set it to higher injection rate. We will. We're at 12, so let's go to 16. All right. Let's see what that looks like now. Because this thing is going to basically consume as fast as, pretty much as fast as you can output it. So, run up here and see what it looks like. Okay, we're gaining now. A little bit. But we are gaining. So that's good. So that means we got to keep an eye on this because it might actually gain too much. We're going to have to turn down a little bit, maybe. We want it to break even. That's basically what we're wanting. We got to balance this stuff out. So we don't have any meltdowns. So we have to get up to 1,000, I guess, to make one pellet. Which is a little cray-cray. But on par with this particular mod pack. We just need the one. It says, tip, you only need to make one of these to finish the pack unless you really like late game mechanism or you want to make creative items. Okay. I'm probably going to stop with the creative items because I don't really think I want to go that far. So... Well, it's slowly ticking up, so that's good, right? We're gonna run out of polonium, though. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something. I mean, I could turn it down and stuff, but it's gonna take longer. This is producing polonium, but it's just not producing it fast enough. And we are having some water. Looks like it's not completely full. We're losing water. Why are we losing water? Yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on that. I don't know why it's losing water. Looks like it's holding steady. Okay, guys, you know what? I think we're gonna call it right here. The rest of this is just gonna be waiting. Okay, so I'm not going to start the next episode until we have enough for one polonium pellet. Or sorry, one antimatter pellet. When we have enough for one antimatter pellet, then I'll start the next episode. But until then, yeah. I have to babysit this thing and it's gonna be kind of boring. So well, anyway, guys, I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys did too, and it was really great you all coming along, and I hope you found this informational. You're gonna have to babysit your setups because the polonium creation is just not going to be enough to be able to just let this run forever. And of course, the minute the polonium wears out, all this power is not going to be used anymore, and then it's going to shoot up in the turbine and then going to melt down if you don't catch it. So be ready with your trash can. Okay. I will catch you guys in the next episode. Good luck with creating your antimatter pellet. And I will see you guys next time. You guys take care, alright? Toodles!